Oh, hey, waiter, eh? These poutine are cold, eh? My friends are outside about to leave. Yes, you know what? Just give me some smoked meat and another Molson's, eh? Oh, where's my toque? All right. Tabanak. Good day, eh? Hey, Canadians. Hey, Americans. Hey, the rest of the world. Hope everything is cool. I had to reboot my computer. It was like stuck. This camera is crazy. It was working with my Zoom stuff, but it's not working with this thing. And all of a sudden, I'll be like, Anyway, hey, welcome to the show. It's about 75 degrees outside Los Angeles, California. But you know, I say that every time because it's like Groundhog Day. It is. It's amazing. Our show today is dedicated to my second home, my home away from home, my other residence. When I travel, I always look forward to going to my three favorite places, whether it's the West Coast, Alberta, whether it's East Coast, which is the Ottawa, or with Mirabel, which is Montreal. You guys are just amazing. You made me fall in love with you. I don't know if that's your secret plan, but it worked. So I love Canada. I love you guys. I'll let you in a little Canadian story. So during the war we had here, the Vietnam War, I was getting to about that age where they're going to start enlisting or what is it, not enlisting, drafting. And my mom was like, if they ever do that, we're moving to Canada. I go, where's Canada? And they go, it's a place that they don't have wars and they don't have that stuff. I said, let's go. So never did. I never went. Anyway, let me bring in my the reason that we're doing the show here. This cool cat here. What's up, Ellie?
Hey man, how much? Just
how are you?
Here we go.
Hey, listen. Tell everybody how you pronounce your last name.
Okay, yeah. So actually, you got both wrong. It's Eli, and the last name is Galibois.
Eli and Ellie. I'm sorry. Right. That's like it's like there's a never mind. Anyway. Okay.
And if you get the Quebecois guys on here, they'll pronounce it ED.
ED. All right, cool. So we were chatting and we talked about like doing a Canadian show, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And we said
the Canadian players.
We should highlight these guys. We did a Canadian what was it? The Park Owner show. And I said, you know what? Let's do this. Let's have a Canadian show where basically you guys just come on. We're going to chat for a bit. You're going to tell us, all the great stuff about Canada, where you play, maybe your park. We'll pop up some pictures and make this your show. What I want you guys is I want the rest of the world to see how cool Canada is. I'm not talking about the weather. I'm talking about how cool cats you guys are. You guys just are amazing. You guys, they have this reputation for like, oh, sorry, I stepped on your foot, I'm sorry. Or I ran over your dog, oh, I'm sorry, they are really great. They're really polite. They're really nice people. And they've got big hearts. And so I fell in love with them. And hopefully after the show, you guys will fall in love with them too. All right. So what we're going to do, Ellie, is Eli.
Okay.
Eli, what we're going to do is we're going to bring some cats in. Now, who did you say was on lunch? I got to bring her in immediately.
Right. Melissa.
Melissa, where is she?
Yeah.
I don't see her.
She's here.
I see Alyssa. Alyssa?
Nope. Melissa Jones.
I don't see Melissa. Oh, there's Melissa Jones. Too bad. I'm just joking with her. Hang on a second. Let me just get. Hey, Melissa Jones. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm cool. Let me bring in some more people here. Yes, Alisa and a Melissa, right?
No. It's Elise.
Let me say your name.
Elise, like Elise on a car.
Oh, a lease on a car. Okay. All right, cool.
Best
Let me
way I
bring
can
in-
teach people my
okay,
name.
the Shah of Iran is here. Hello.
Yes.
What's up, Shah of
Hey.
Iran? Hey, brother.
What's going on, guys?
And hang on a second. Let me bring in Matt here so I can now. Okay, so now listen. Now you guys listen. This is Canada, right? Okay, so we have a Ali Uli right there. He actually has some Native American, Native Canadian in him, correct?
Yeah, I do. Family's from like way up north in Quebec, so yeah, a little bit of Inuit blood running through there.
Down here we have a French Canadian, right?
Unfortunately,
Over here we have a Persian Canadian, right? And then Melissa, what do you look pretty white.
BC special.
I am pretty white. Thank you.
Are you English or Irish? What's your background?
Irish and Welsh.
Irish and Welsh. And Alisa Carr, what is I'm going to Alisa Carr. What's your background?
English and Acadian.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my mom was French, Acadian, like Colette, and my dad was a Smith. So I was literally like half and half.
Dude, that's amazing. Okay, and are you from Are you from Quebec? Are you from?
I'm from New Brunswick originally, currently residing in Nova Scotia.
Nice. Okay, you guys, listen. Here's the deal. Canada is the second largest country in the world. It has the least amount of population for being the second largest country in the world. They all are along our border looking in at us saying, hey, let us in. No, I'm just joking. On the right, extreme right-hand side, they're called Newfies, right? Those are the people from Newfoundland. And the extreme
Yep.
extreme left-hand side, those are just called Asians, right? I'm just joking. No, that's that's called Vancouver, and that's a very big. And there's actually a Saint Elizabeth. There's an island over there too. I've been to both of those places. So, and then in between, you've got the Cowboys, which are the Alberta, right, guys? There's the Cowboys there.
Alberta.
And then you have the people that live that don't have anything to do because the land is so flat. What are those people called? That what is that?
Are you talking about the prairies?
Yeah, it's Saskatchewan, or what is it? Is that
The
is that
prairies.
Saskatchewan and Manitoba.
Manitoba? And then you have Toronto, which is kind of like the New York, right? That's kind of like a New York kind of thing. Then it starts going a little lower then we go to Ottawa. And Ottawa is actually the capital of Canada. No one knows that. And then next to that is Montreal, right? And so,
about 2.5 hours from Ottawa.
so
Yep.
Canada is huge, diverse, amazing. It's fantastic. They have kangaroo. No, they don't have. That's Australia. Anyway, they have moose. They have moose and maple syrup, and they've got poutine. You got to say tin at the end, not teen. Poutine, and they have the language. You've got in the Quebecois, they speak this French kind of thing. But actually, if you understand them, there's actually provinces inside of Quebec that are really like farther away from and they don't even understand each other. I found that out at Maribel. There are people have like super different accents. This is such an amazing place. Canada is so amazing, and it would take you a long time to go from one end to the other, see all the different cultures. So that's what we're trying to do today: is bring in all these different people with their different cultures and their different, they all play paintball, and that's the thing that makes us a big community. Is that we're all this kind of a big paintball player community kind of thing. I got it. Watch this. Watch. Shah.
Yeah.
Salam chetori.
سلام چطوری؟
Besi khodafez khubi.
خوبم خوبی تو؟
Big. All right. His family's from Iran. He was the Shah. That's why his name's Shah, because he was the Shah of Iran. No, that means Shah means king. That's what he is. He is the king. He is the king paintball player. He's fantastic. Okay, listen, Melissa, you have to go back to work, so we'll see you later. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
And you're out.
Tell us, what kind of jersey you wearing? What is that?
This is actually my speedball team. We're in our second season together. We're called VI Hooligans, and VI stands for Vancouver Island. We're all from Victoria.
Victoria. Okay, so you're way on the left-hand side.
All the way over there.
They're okay. So Victoria Island. That's that big island though, right? That's like right next. I mean, is there like another big island, or is that just the big island? Is Victoria? Is it right?
Vancouver Island.
Vancouver. Where
Vancouver Island.
you have to take a ferry to get across, and when you get across, it looks like a forest kind of area, and all of a sudden it opens up to a big city, right?
Essentially, yeah.
I love that place. Yeah, there was orcas. They were swimming by us. It was just, you guys got everything there. This is amazing.
Cool.
We do.
BC
We do
is like one of
have
the few
everything,
places.
and, we're really looking forward to starting our season fully again here once the pandemic is lifted.
I'm sorry, we don't speak about the Corona on our show. You can talk about Modelo, or you can talk about Molson's. You can't talk about Corona on my show. Okay, so listen. But how is the scene over there? Because every time I play paintball, everybody says, "Yeah, it's only here on the East Coast," but there's a big scene over there, right?
We do. We have a nice big scene. We're all connected. As much as Vancouver Island's small and our scene might not be as big right now, we're constantly traveling to Vancouver to join those scenario games or those speedball tournaments. We have a tight knit community, and we're hoping to like kind of branch out and spread that across Canada, because it's really a big thing for us.
Right.
It's I'm sure everyone has their own stories and stuff when, how paintball helps you. And a lot of it is just, paintball's gotten a lot of us out of dark places, out of things that we really shouldn't be doing, and bringing a little bit of light into our lives. And, I wouldn't have friends that I do today if I didn't, pick up a paintball gun when I was 5 years old.
Amen. Right. Amen
Yeah.
to paintball. It's one of those things that, like, whether it's PTSD or domestic abuse or family problems or whatever else, we all come together and we become like this amazing thing. We don't talk about race, money, politics, religion, Canadian dollar, tire dollars. We don't talk about any of that kind of stuff. We just talk about paintball, right? And how good it is for us. Okay. You guys feel like the redheaded stepchild over there? Because every time I come play paintball, it's always like, it took a lot of work for us to get to Alberta to play and get all those parks together to play one big kumbaya thing. But most of the stuff that we do is on the East Coast. Do they even know you exist?
I feel like we're starting to come out of the woodworks, as, somewhere that you can play. We don't have big places yet that you can go in and have thousands of people to play.
Oh, okay.
We're still limited to a small amount of people, but even then, like for us, having 150 to 200 people coming out to a scenario game is big for us. In the last couple of years, that's grown for us, and it's a lot bigger.
Nice.
And it feels nice for someone to go, oh, BC paintball, that's a thing. And now coming to, oh, I want to come and play in BC. I want to come try out your guys' fields and see what you guys do out there, which is really not much difference than what you guys do.
No, I know. I heard you guys use these little round balls that shoot people and hit them and explode with paint. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know it's not much different. Okay, but let me ask you this though. Do you guys have can you give me a shout out to one of your main parks that you play at?
I've got kind of two that we play at a more main basic. So for me, locally, I play and ref at TNT Paintball in Victoria.
Okay.
It's been my home for quite a few years now, and I absolutely love what we're doing there. And we've got other places growing. Like, we cannot wait to go up to Kamloops Paintball, because he just Jerry Doucette, the owner of the field there, just built a speedball field. We cannot wait to shoot
Nice.
people there.
Okay.
And then Blackwatch Paintball, it's a really big scenario place to go. It's fantastic. They've got huge acreage, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of my really good friends are based out of there, so it's
Okay.
always a blast.
So Melissa, do me a favor. Can you PM me, and then maybe we can get in touch with the park owner over there, and maybe we can get me out there and to help you guys promote BC Paintball.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that for sure. I'm actually going to run. Lunch is kind of over now for me, so I have to run now.
Okay, cool. All right. So
I
yeah,
appreciate you having me here. I'll shoot you a message here in the next hour or so.
All right, sounds good. Bye, Melissa.
Bye.
Bye, Mel.
All right, cool. So let me just bring in here. Really, Allie? Really? What happened? Turn your light on.
Where's Alley Cat?
Come on, Allie. All right, I have to let you go for a minute, Allie. What happened? Never mind. I'm going to bring in a person you put on your food. His name is Pepper. No, I'm joking. What's
Pepper's
up,
the
Pepper? How
other
you doing,
BC
man?
paintballer.
Hey, you're a BC paintballer as well?
Yeah. And Matt Jancy is the man you need to talk to at bcpaintball.com.
So do me a favor. Hit
Shameless.
me up on my Facebook, and let's see if we can get this going, because I really want to promote you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's basically just up the street from me. I mean, because I'm living in Los Angeles, so right, I can just go. Yeah, it's just up the street. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's jump over to Shaw.
Yeah.
Shaw, you're East Coast, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I actually met Shaw's dad at GI last year when I was there. He was mopping up. No, I'm not joking. He wasn't mopping up. Your dad is something special. Your dad is a big guy over there at GI, right?
My dad, yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the sense that he's just a hardworking guy. He sees a problem, he tackles it.
Yeah.
And I would say he's definitely helped the company a lot in the past.
He's helped our community, the paintball community. He's very connected to our paintball community. He's a really cool cat. I like it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so were you born here, or did you come from Iran?
So I'm the first generation born and raised here in Montreal.
Wow.
Everyone else is from Iran. I'm the only one that's
And
born
are you-
here. So
Are you the only one that got involved besides your dad, or did your dad get involved and get you involved?
my dad has been has had a friend in the industry for the longest time. Richmond Italia was one of his oldest friends, so he kind of got into the business kind of to help him out in a sense. You know, when the paintball industry started growing, my dad was kind of transitioning out of the car industry and then moved into the paintball industry.
Nice, very cool. So so very, very connected with GI Sports, and so I've been to the factory several times. I watched how they make the paint, and you guys listen. If you guys start complaining about paint, like, oh, it's this, it's that, go see how it's done. These guys spend a lot of time and energy making paint, and you know, for people to complain, don't complain. There's a lot of work that goes behind this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's a great place. And you're a speedballer.
I started off, I mean, like everyone else, you know, playing in the woods and playing racquetball like everyone else. But it's a bug. It's a drug. Once you get a taste, you kind of can't go back. So
Yeah.
yeah. Once I found out about tournament ball, I started playing 3-mans, and then 3-mans became 5-man. X ball started becoming a thing, and
What is this?
Oh yeah, that's 10th anniversary. I wasn't playing by then. I think I stopped playing in 2008 or 2009. I took like a 10-year break, and I started again last year. But I was there at the beginning of the CXPL. We did the exhibition matches for the East Coast. They were like they were pre-season. Like we hadn't even started this season yet, and I was playing with some friends guesting for Ottawa Mercenaries. We went up and we played at Flag Raiders at some point. And, those great,
Good field.
yeah, great field,
Nice.
great group of guys too. All those Ottawa Mercenary guys. I know a lot
I
of
like
them.
it.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like it. Pepper, so you're from the West Coast as well, and everything that Melissa was saying about you guys being the redheaded stepchild and no one loves you and all that, is that all true? That no one even knows about BC?
Yes and no. There's certain people that are known. Like I've actually played across Canada and I've played out east in Ontario and stuff. And yeah, there is a difference. I mean, just because the market out east is a lot bigger. So here
Okay.
we're a little tighter knit. Everybody, it's the same couple hundred people all the time here.
Nice.
Where out east, there's more kind of cliques because it's a bigger market. So
Right.
you got Ottawa guys, you got your Mirabel boys, and even in there you've got the little cliques, right?
Right.
So it's a little tight knit here, but I find the level of competition is higher here. We
Interesting.
really push each other in scenario, not speedball. Speedball, different thing, but in scenario here, the guys who play speedball tournament ball are the same guys at the scenario games, are the same
Wow.
guys in the woods. So we murder each other. When you go
Nice.
out east, I find scenario, it's a little more relaxed, but
Mm.
way bigger. So,
Okay.
difference but similarities at the same time.
Interesting.
We
Cool.
kind of
I
get
like
picked
it.
on though, because maybe us BC, I just expressed it right there. I think I'm better, higher in competition. So we go out there with a chip on our shoulder. And
All right.
it might be because I'm like D-Day. I'm up against 1,000 guys when I'm used to going up against 100 guys. So
Right, exactly. I got it. So have you been to Commando D-Day?
yeah, I actually went last year, met you. That was awesome meeting you. You're a great person. That was awesome.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Don't let me stop you. Go ahead. Keep on going. What? What else?
No, it was cool how you made everybody seem like long-term friends in like 5 minutes.
Yes, I know. I try doing that. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Yes, I read the book, and I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. No, I love you guys, and I love people, and so you're right, and that's what happens. Like within 5 minutes, you're like an old friend. So yeah, I like it. Speaking of old friends, Matt, are you a mad scientist? What do you got going on back there? What's all that stuff like?
I had to step away from the family and the kids, and I went into my shop to have a small amount of peace and quiet.
Okay.
All right, and so here I am. This is where I spend some evenings with some music and some tools and work at my projects.
Okay, listen. I need to Elisa Carr. Listen, we haven't forgot about you. We're bringing you up soon. I can see you in the green room. So just hang in there. Okay, cool. All right. So listen, Matt. I went to I tell this story all the time about First Strikes. So I was going. I think it was either at Commando or Maribel. I'm not sure.
No, it was Commando.
And I was walking around, and I was like, saying hello to everybody. And I went to the different parking areas. And there was this guy with no shoes on, and he was wearing like these farmer clothes and stuff. And he was drinking, he had like the special beer, and he's taking his first strike rounds, and he was sanding them down, right? He was sanding the bottoms down, and he was weighing them. He was weighing them on scales and putting them all at the, whatever connect, like those go over here. And I'm like staring at this guy, like, what the hell are you doing? Right. And he was telling me, he goes, this is it's like almost like his meditation, right? He's really first strike rounds, but that's how he gets into his whole paintball world. And he actually sands them down to make sure they're fine, like the nipple on the top and the bottom, everything's cool. And I go, this guy is cool. And we started chatting, and he goes, hey, do you want, I have a special beer every time I come to paintball. I have one of these special beers. And I go, how come you don't speak English? Where are you from? And he goes, I'm Quebecois. And at that moment, I was like, oh, that's cool. So that was before I went to Maribel. So I didn't really know what a Quebecois was. And he started telling me about the Franco, the Quebec. And I'm like, wow, dude, I love this country. So Matt is just a great guy. And we've hung out a lot since then. And you're a really great guy, man.
No, thanks.
I'm only bringing my friends on the show and I'm just joking. You're all great.
Only the people that pump the horns.
Exactly. No, but Matt, you play primarily in Maribel?
No, I don't. I play Maribel maybe twice a year at most. It's 2 and some hours away. My main fields are Commando Paintball in Ottawa, which is about a little less than an hour away. And I have a field in Gatineau, right across the river from Ottawa, which is about the same distance as Commando. And I have a membership there whenever they're open, just like Commando. And so last year I played there a few times and play at Commando and play at PRZ and Mirabel and other fields when I can. You're amazing. And this guy, I don't know if you can show us without, breaking anything, but he created this thing last year, which is like this whole outfit, a whole big black outfit with this big machine gun and this whole, it's like Gatling gun. And if you give me 1 minute, I'll grab the parts. I'm going to jump over to I'm joking. XPS,
awesome.
XPSPB.
XS.
Did your parents run out of names or what? Is that
No, buddy. I picked the wrong paintball title to start with. My team gave me the name Reaper, and then I found out about you.
No, you can be. Listen, that's the cool thing about it. I'm not the Reaper. I'm just Reaper, right? And that means that anybody can be Reaper. In fact, I even celebrate other Reapers. I promote other Reapers. You know what I'm saying?
True enough. I met another Reaper actually at Red Dawn at Flag Raiders on March 1st. There's another Reaper there. So there's a number of them. They exist.
listen, I think it's cool. It's great. I mean, there's a lot of souls. I can't collect them all. So,
Yeah.
all right. So who are you, and tell us about you and where you're from and all that kind of good stuff.
So I'm in Ontario. I'm in Bruce County, so it's about 2.5 hours northwest of Toronto. So southwestern Ontario, kind of country area. There's actually not a lot of fields here. Our first field we hit was at a dirt bike racing track, and it wasn't run very professionally. Like the guy who was refereeing was drunk and stuff, so we had to grind for a while. Anyways, I'm the captain of Night Children Paintball, and as Melissa was talking about earlier, a lot of people get into paintball, right? Because to get away from the dark stuff. Well, we were, we kind of had rough childhoods, so hence the name Night Children. We actually promote the sport a lot to young people. We have a couple 16-year-olds on the team. They're really good players too. Like some of our younger guys are better than us. But yeah, we started this team, and our home field is Cherry Lawn Paintball Challenge at Mildmay, Ontario. It's it used to be a horse farm, so they have a horse barn that they've converted into a little speedball field, and then they have a big field that's open. And it's what's really nice about it is it's a family-run field. The field is big, and there's a lot of wide open murder lanes, right? Like you got to really book it to get from cover to cover, but they make everybody crony to 250. So if you're introducing somebody who's new to the sport, it's a great field. You're not going to get layered by paint. There's a lot of opportunities. You're going to learn to get hit from a distance. And then also like they charge $10 for your air for the day. Wow. And that's your air and admission, and then $60 for a case of paint.
Dude,
you can bring your own paint too. So it's such a great promotional event for the sport.
They're not going to stay in business very much longer. These guys.
Yeah, they do a good job. They're really great there. So that's our home field.
Do me a favor. Listen, do me a favor, XPPB. Get in touch with me and have them get in touch with me so we can promote them. Okay.
I'm down, man. They'd love that. I'd love that.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me put you in the green room for a minute. Don't run off because we'll have you back. Okay. I'm going to.
All right, brother.
Cool.
I'm going to bring in Elisa Carr. Hold on a second. It's the only way I can remember it. Elisa Carr. All right, cool. Let's jump up to my my quiet co-host. Hang on a second. Eli.
Yeah. What's up?
Listen, you guys. How do you know? Is it Canadian Eli or is it American Ellie? I mean, is there a difference? I don't know.
No difference.
Tomato. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, all right. Listen, you got a referee thing on. Tell everybody who you are.
All right, yeah. So I'm Eli. I figured being the co-host would be appropriate to rock out the ref jersey and keep this rabble in line, but you're doing a pretty good job, so I don't really have to do a whole lot of work, which is perfect as a ref. No, I'm kidding.
Where are you from?
So I'm from Ontario currently. I'm living in Petawawa. I'm military, so I'm on the base here.
Okay.
My home field, I try not to lock in too hard on any one field because I'm in a really good spot to travel and hit up lots.
Yeah.
We have a field right 2 minutes down the road from me. It's 13th Monkey Paintball. They're awesome. It's a nice small field, tight-knit community. And we're actually planning out events with them this year and hopefully for next year too. I travel up and play in North Bay. I was hoping to hit Commando for D-Day this year. I was actually supposed to be reffing that event, and then try to make it down to PRZ towards Wasaga at least once or twice a year.
Okay. I'm bummed as well. I love Dave and Marie, but it looks like I'll be able to see them at Maribel. I think there's going to be a possibility that Maribel is going to be open. Matt, did you hear about that? Is it going to be open?
I do not know.
Because there still is when I'm looking at their thing, it's still I don't speak Spanish, but I don't know what that's. No, I'm just joking. It's French, you guys. It says it's going to be still open. So it looks like it's going to be open during August again, which is good because it's my birthday, and everybody always sings "Happy Birthday" to me with their broken English. It's fantastic. I love you guys. Yes, but yeah, I think it's still going to be open, so we're going to find out. But yeah, that's a bummer. Commando was my big thing. I always loved going there. But we will. Okay, you know what? I have a feeling sometimes you guys are making up names when you guys say you're from certain places. Okay, so What did you? Where did you say you were? You're in the military, but you're stationed right now. Where?
So Petawawa, Ontario.
Yeah,
It's
where
about
is that on
2 hours northwest of Ottawa,
Okay, I'm looking.
right on the edge of Quebec.
Okay, cool. I got it. All right. And where does Santa Claus live? He lives like kind of up the. He's just-
See that little top with the yellow? He's right there.
Exactly. No, I'm always joking. Do you guys know Gene? I don't know if you know Gene yet. He actually came with me last year to Euro Big Game in Germany with my international paintball bridge, and he works up in the mines or something, like way up in the north. He says like right next to
Yep.
Santa Claus, and Canada, you guys, it's just amazing. You guys are so vast. It's so huge, and so many igloos. Just unbelievable. That's-
Yes.
It doesn't even snow where Pepper lives.
I live in a
Does it?
rainforest, bro.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
I know that. You know what? I love that part. I love that part of Canada. It's just amazing. Okay, Matt, show us this thing that you created. Okay,
Yeah.
wait. I'm
Think
only
it's a
I'm only seeing 2 barrels, Matt. I'm only seeing 2 barrels. There we go. There's the 4 barrels. So,
Holy smokes!
what is this thing?
It's a project that went horribly wrong, and it's working. It's working great. It's awesome. It started on as an idea because of the parts I had started accumulating a long time ago, and throughout the years I've built multiple markers with ion guts, the ion pneumatics, which are very. They're not. How can I say? They're not proprietary necessarily to. They can be fitted to a lot of things. You can mount an ion on a glove. You can put an ion in a wooden stock. You can do a lot of things with an ion. So, of course, I'm born in the 70s, and I grew up and I saw a Predator, and I wanted a Gatling gun. Oh my God! But then the complexity and the research, everything, and people making Gatling guns with paintball guns and such, and some of them had success and some had failures at doing that, and you're still shooting out of 1 barrel. But I wanted more. I wanted more. So I started. Just thinking about it, gathering the parts that I needed, and trial and error. It took a few years, off and on, and so I've built a 4-barrel marker, which is all electronically controlled. So I remade the entire electronics from the Ion using Arduino, and custom valves that I've picked up off the web and modified, and all the piping. So there's 4 regulators in there and 4 cans, and there's 4 Halo B guts in there feeding it with the different computers, taking a look at the infrareds and the firing sequence. I can change the dwell and the timing on the fly. It shoots relatively well. I can shoot about 2,500 rounds in about 2.25 minutes.
Oh, are you sure you're not German? That's a lot of engineering, my friend.
Relatively well.
That's like a lot.
Yeah,
of engineering.
relatively.
Okay,
Relatively. So, but when I say relatively, is that I've adjusted the programming, and the challenge is that 2 of the hoppers are not directly above the gun, so they need to be timed differently. So the infrareds, when they see that there's no paint feeding, they need to start feeding, and then they need to preload the paint, because I'm using Halo B loaders, which are spring loaded, but also has a magnetic clutch, front and rear. So there's 2 different types of programming for the forward-facing computers and loaders, and the rear ones. So anyways, all of this has to do with some tweaking in the programming. Last year was good. So sometimes it works. When I say sometimes, is that you can start shooting and only 2 barrels will shoot for a fraction of a second or a second or 2. And then the 4 barrels will go because now there's paint flowing in it. So it's all adjustments. Anyways, it was a project I completed.
What Matt's saying is, if you ever see him on the field, that first half a second is when you have a chance to duck.
Exactly.
It's 20. It's the entire setup is 60 pounds. So that's the backpack and 2,500 rounds, and the marker itself is 21 pounds.
Okay, so you had me fooled with the no shoes and the farmer's look, right? There you go.
Yeah, that was a disguise. That was a front.
That was a front, exactly. My fucking God. All right. Tabanak. All right.
Yes.
Anyway, hey, did you guys like my skit at the front? Did you see what I was doing? I was
Very
Very comical.
my poutine, eh? All right. Anyway, so Elise, where Elise Carr, Elise Tramley, and your paintball name is Shmirkin?
Shirkin.
Shirkin. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to buy a vowel? All right. Anyway, so where are you from?
Originally, I'm from New Brunswick, just outside of Moncton, a little place called Dundas. That's where I grew up. And I'm currently living in Nova Scotia, a little place called Porter's Lake.
Okay,
just
hang on
outside of Dartmouth.
a second. So for our people in France and Japan, you're like over Nova Scotia. They're on the bottom. Oh, it's got your name on there. Both of them. New Brunswick,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, that was the first province I lived in. And Nova Scotia is where I'm living now.
And then that's where New Brunswick, that's where they make the bowling balls? Is that the Brunswick bowling? Never mind.
I don't think so.
They make the bowling balls. Never mind. No, but where's the place where you got to kiss the fish?
That's
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Okay, good. I haven't been there, so I'm going to kiss the fish one of these days. All right, cool.
I'll get you in touch with Frontline then.
All right.
Get you out
And what's the other one where you have to? It's free to get there, but you have to pay to get back. What is that place?
That's like a lot of islands here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Crazy
can drive
ferry.
to PEI, go on the bridge, but then when you want to come back to any of the other provinces, you have to pay the
There you
bridge to
go.
go back.
That's PI. PI is
Yep.
actually that's the French. Actually, they own that, right? The French protectorate. The PI. No, what's the island right off of that? That's actually is part of France.
Oh, the one that's up in Newfoundland.
Yeah, Saint-Pierre-and-Miquelon.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
That's the one.
I can't. We had Matt on our beer show, and I go, Matt, how do you say cheers? And he made me fall in love with him all over again. Say it again.
À votre santé.
Oh, look at this. This guy's amazing.
To your health.
To your health. What a great. Anyway, so Elise, what kind of paintball do you play?
I play mag fetish style with a pump marker.
Wait, MagFed with a pump?
Yes, I have a custom sort of Hammer 7.
Ooh, the Hammer 7. Nice. Collector's item.
Good build.
Yes, they don't make them anymore.
I fell in love with that the first time I actually bought it for my husband. We were friends at the time. I bought it from him after playing a pump and pistols only game here, actually in Nova Scotia.
Actually, I don't know if you guys know about that. The oh, hang on a second. I've got to bring someone else in. Hang on a second. But I don't know if you guys know about that. The Hammer is fucking amazing. The Hammer is they were Spider made them. GI bought Spider, and then they stopped producing them, and they had like a whole warehouse of them, and they were like $150 when they first came out. And then Ashley in England designed this really cool like First Strike, type of thing. Everybody's like, I got to have that. And then the price went, and then you couldn't find them because they stopped making them. And then you can buy them like $500 online or whatever. Yeah, it was. And you know what? GI was giving them away because they didn't want them anymore. They were like giving like $25, $30. And I was like, too late. I didn't get mine, but it's an amazing gun. It's an amazing platform.
Yeah.
It's not often you hear amazing and Spider in the same sentence these days.
I was going to say.
Listen, Ellie, can I put you down for a minute? I got to bring this. Hold on one second, Ellie. You're doing a great job reffing the show. Hang on a second. Hold on one second. Hang on. Good day,
Good morning.
So I don't know if you know who this guy is. Can you raise your hand if you know who he is? Do you know who Justin is? No, Justin's about to raise his own hand.
I know.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
More coffee.
So Justin, all I can say is he's connected with with the Canadian. He's doing a lot of great work for the world. I'm just going to put it that way. And so he got connected with me. We started chatting, and he came over on the International Paintball Bridge, and he joined us at Euro Big Game, and he became a member of the most prestigious paintball team in the world, the Northern Alliance. Fantastic. And he's just a great guy. He actually made some patches for me. And now I could actually see him. He's in Sacramento. I could actually open my window. No, California is not that small, but he's actually above me. What are you doing in Sacramento? Or is it a secret mission?
No, so just like Eli, Ellie or
Whatever.
He's in Pet, so he's on a military base. I'm also with the military as well, and they sent me down here for a course so I could go up north.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So, listen, we were in Germany. Him and I, we went to a laundromat to wash our clothes after the game, and we don't speak German. And we grabbed these two old women. We said, "Fräulein, come and see here." And we're looking because we can't figure out how to operate the machine, right? Like everything's in German. So I'm telling her, no clean, dirty, no clean. So she's like pressing all these buttons, and like she gets it to work. And I went to hug her, and she said, nine, like this. I was like, gonna thank her, and nine, like. So anyway, so Justin and I hung out in a German laundromat and talking about celebrities and paintball and just he's just a cool guy. So I'm glad to see you again, brother.
Yeah, it's awesome to see you too. Like,
so what do you play when you play paintball?
I have all types of guns. I have like the pump, the mag-fed, speedball, but I'm pretty much right now I'm sticking to pump and that's it.
I'm sorry I had to wake you up for the show. So maybe
the problem is the course is we're on a swing shift. We're on a swing shift, so the course is like goes from 5 o'clock at night to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, amazing. All right, well, good luck with that. I hope you get an A on your course. And
we're almost done.
Okay.
We'll be flying back into Canada. They snuck us into the U.S. They'll sneak us back into Canada.
I like it. No one watches the show anyway. Don't worry about it. All right. So anyway, no one knows. All right, you guys, listen. XPSPB, we're gonna have you up in a second. Okay, just hang out there. Yeah, I can see you. Stop touching yourself. I can see you down there. I can see you in the green room. All right, cool. All right, you guys, we got some comments here. Hold on a second. Let's go ahead with our comments. John from South Africa says hello. Hello, South Africa. And he said, "What's this about? Boot? What's this about?" Very funny. Hey, Canadian joke. James Lee, how you doing? There we go. Mike Reed. You guys know? It just stopped me. Nima's watching from Iran. Hello, Nima. Hey.
Oh wow.
Shah, give him a shout out. He's watching from Iran.
What's up, Nima? How's it going, brother?
Wait a minute. I could have said the same thing. Do it in Farsi.
چطوری برادر خوبی؟ سلام میرسونم.
There you go. All right, there you go, Nima. Nima's always connected. He's a great guy. There's Marie. She's calling from. She's Commando Paintball. Hey, Marie. Listen, Nima. Listen, I think Nima knows you. You guys like all you Persians have like a secret handshake or something, or yeah, exactly. All right. What is it? Shah, look at this. Oh, he's a fan of yours. Look at this. Nice. All right. Who's Rob? Do you guys know Rob?
I know Rob.
Hey, Rob. How you doing, man? Rob, come on the show. Dude, come on the show, man. We know you're Canadian. Stop hiding it. Come on.
He's great.
All right. And listen this guy's cool too. I met him over in Alberta, and he's amazing. I didn't know he was a Quebecois until he opened his mouth. I go, "Oh, you're Quebecois too." Yeah. He's a nice guy. You guys know Wesley Marsh? No? Okay. We got a hello from Sweden. Marky. Who else we got? Marky. Jonathan Glasgow. Hey, Reaper. Miss you at D-Day. Yeah. Jonathan, get on the show, man. We got Marky. Who else? Marie. What are you saying, Marie? The process is it's probably from something else we already said. Hey, how come this guy's not on the show? Dude, what's going on, man? Lead Farmer. Dude, you got the link. Get on the show, man. Come on. Cliff.
At work.
Taylor. Who else? My God, there's so many Canadians here. Do you know Alex? Oh, now how come this guy's not on the show, dude?
That's just a good question. Where is he?
Dude,
is he sleeping?
Everybody, you fucking Canadians, you got the link. Just click on it, man. Just click on the fucking link and get on my show. All right. Lee Williams. Who else we got? Wesley, Rob. Okay. Anyway, so how are we doing on the Canadian stuff, right? Did you guys bring your own poutine in case you get hungry? I'm stuck. Look, I'm stuck. How long am I going to be stuck? There we go.
There you go.
This stupid camera. All right, we're gonna figure it. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Wait, look at this. Alberta, what? Shoot you soon. We need you to come back to Alberta. See that? I love Alberta. Do you guys know? You know the story behind Alberta? You know what happened? So so wait, let me show people on the map where this place is. Where is our map? Here we go. This is our map for dummies. All right. So here's Alberta. Oh, you can't see my mouse, but here's Alberta. It's right next to British Columbia. And I'd never been there, right? And then I'd always been going to the East Coast. So Louis from GI Sports, he's my handler, my guy, my godfather when I come to there. He goes, we're working on this idea to have you come out to Alberta, and it was called Young Guns Paintball Park. You guys familiar with Young Guns?
Yeah.
Young Guns Paintball Park was like the biggest paintball park, really a huge place, right? And I'm going to let you in on some inside baseball here. The problem with Alberta was there was like maybe 5 or 6 different paintball parks, and they were kind of all not getting along. You know how paintball is sometimes. They were just like, we don't. And so I got an idea. Here's what we're going to do. So we created my own T-shirt. We created this event, and I said, I want all the paintball parks. I want Mitzi's paintball park. I want everybody's paintball park to come to that one and set up a booth. So then all the other players from all the other provinces can come and say, hey, I'm promoting, so it's all one big kumbaya. And we did that, and it worked. We had all these paintball parks come to one paintball park, and they were able to promote their parks and say, we're all one big family. And it worked out really well. We had an amazing time. I fell in love with Alberta. When I was flying there, all these guys had cowboy hats, right? All these people these guys are serious cowboys, right? From Alberta to Montana. Do you know Skyline Paintball Park? Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Reed Montoya, cowboy. That's all. He's pure cowboy. He runs out, he shoots the cow in the head, and he butchers it right there, and he eats it. This guy's amazing. Anyway, but that's part of Canada. I love it. So, Alberta, you guys are fantastic. Anyway, I started playing in Canada 2016, I think it was. And I didn't know anything about anything. I didn't know anything about Canadian Tire dollars. I didn't know anything about Bradley. You know Bradley, right? Maritime Millside Paintball, right? And all these guys came. Wolf, Alabaster, Aztec. All these guys came together to make me feel like you're part of us. It's amazing. And that's what I fell in love with about you guys. Is just that, there wasn't this pretense of like, we're something special. It was just like, we're here. We're here to have a great time. And I think that's what I'm trying to do with you guys. And when I'm bouncing around into different places is I know that the Quebecois, I know that like Alberta, they can be some kind of like, if you don't speak Franco, if you don't speak, what is it? Quebecois, right? Quebec. What do you call it, Matt?
French.
We speak French.
But they can kind of be and I'm coming in, and I came in as a celebrity. Who's this guy? We've had Greg Hastings here. We've had HK here. Who are you? And it took them a while. And then now they're inviting me back all the time. There's something special about all you guys. And I always try to blend all you guys together. You know what I'm saying? I want all you guys to play, go visit Alberta. Go visit Montreal. Go visit BC. Go do these road trips. Go hang out and see how cool Canada is and how cool these people are. And you Canadians, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad Pepper came all the way from BC to go to Ottawa, right? Yeah. To play. And dude, that's a long trip. How many times did you have to hitchhike? How was the ride? No, I'm joking.
Not at all. But I made friends all along the way because
exactly. I know. Bring your own supplies and make your friends. No, but did you fly out there?
No, I flew out, but everywhere I went, like I went all around like Ontario and stuff, and paintball was a connection. Like I felt like I was hanging out with long-term friends. And mind you, a lot of it was like online, guys I've been talking to for years. And funnily enough, actually at the game, a lot of guys thought I was from Ontario.
Really?
Like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, from BC. And they're like, shit, you're from BC? Really? They didn't know. We've been talking online for years. Just, hey, there's another baller I know.
Dude, cool. There it's here's hang on a second. There's Yeah, we good. Yeah, you are. Hey, look at my handler's watching the show. Hang on a second. Reaper on the billboard on the Western. You guys know about that billboard story, dude? So we're promoting. I'm going to be there. Everything's fine. And again, the owner of Young Guns, he was like, "Who the fuck's this guy? Who he's special. He's like a celebrity. He's coming in and like this." And then we start talking. We start getting to know each other, and we start like He goes, "Oh, I guess he's not so bad." And I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be hard. I got to really establish myself when I get there, right?" So Louis, he's driving me around the place, right? He's getting me all over the place, and we go to this like corner area, and he goes, "Hey, Reaper, look up." And I'm looking at this huge. It's the biggest billboard in Canada, right? It's the biggest electronic billboard in Canada. I'm looking up, and I'm like, "What?" It's like buying cars, but holy shit! I'm on the biggest billboard in Canada, right? There's a big picture of me, and it says Young Guns Paintball, and then it also has all the other parks listed. That's what they did. The owner of Young Guns, he said, "We're going to do this, and we're going to do it big time." And I was like, I took a picture. I stood in front of that billboard, took a picture with Louis, and then I started stopping cars because they're like cars would like that was like and I started, hey, look, that's me up there, that's me on the billboard like this. I was going, that's amazing. So yeah, Louis, you guys killed it. Thank you very much. But we really killed it out there. And I just like, again, I want you guys to have that same feeling of whether you're Americans, or people we were actually going to have some Europeans come in for the international for D-Day, and because it got canceled. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this bridge open to everybody, and so everybody come on and play in Canada. So it's working. You're making me all choked up. We got Justin to fly out to Germany. We got the 2 Germans to go to Maribel. We were going to have this guy from Scotland come out to go to D-Day. I don't know what I ate, but I'm choking. I need some Molson. Anyway, so enough about me, because I'm always talking about me. Pepper, what's that behind you? Death Star?
Oh, that's Millennium Falcon, bro.
I don't follow sports. What does that mean?
Yeah, obviously you're
That's
not
awesome.
a bowler.
That is awesome.
I'm not. You know what? When I first started wearing the Reaper stuff and going to events, people go, "Oh, you're a LARPer," and I said, "No, I have all my fingers." I thought they were saying like I have leprosy or something. Like, what the fuck's a LARPer? I don't even know what that is. What the fuck is that? I don't do that. I don't know. So anyway, so listen. As far as let me bring up some pictures. You guys can tell me what these things are. What is this one? Do you guys know what this is?
Yeah, it's a speedball.
Toronto.
CXVL, maybe.
So
No
Canada
idea.
is big about your speedball and your teams, right? The problem is when I go to the NXL or any other, I really don't see a lot of these guys represented. I do when I go to like the big games here, like maybe I go to Hell Survivors. There's a bunch of Canadian teams show up, but is it basically just a hidden treasure that you guys are just like, all these amazing,
Edmonton Impact, bro.
well, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
basically.
I'm sorry to do this on camera. Hang on a second. Hey, you see those?
Jeez.
Yes. Okay.
You see my pants?
I was worried there for a second.
Yeah.
Look at my pants,
Nice.
right?
Yep.
Oh man, do I love Canada? No, I was given those pants, the Edmonton Impact, and this is something I wear all the time. But
You need to wash them.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, I'm not Greg Hastings. I wash my clothes. All right, cool. But is there something special that you guys can tell us about?
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
I was there both years. Well, the first and second one, it was awesome. They had the Canadian Carnage. The first one, they had amazing food. And there were like $5 or $6 burgers with pea meal, bacon, and just beef. It was just amazing. And it was the first years that I brought my. Actually, no, the second years I had my my SAR 12 at Canadian Carnage too. It was amazing. That's Flag Raiders and Flag Swipe in Toronto, and London, Ontario, and Kitchener.
Okay. And again, you guys, it sometimes it feels like you guys don't blend over. Sometimes you like this stuff. I know in the States we have this like attitude of like, nothing else exists around us kind of thing. And maybe if you drop this wall down and go to maybe Mexico and this one to go to Canada, you'll find out that there's a vibrant paintball scene all over the place. How can we get more people to come to Canada and do Canadian Carnage PRZ? No, Z. I'm sorry. Do you have to say Z or Z? Z?
PRZ.
Oh, but how can you say Z for everything else?
No,
you don't?
It depends.
Oh, thanks. Now you're confusing me. Anyway, so we need to get more people. We need to get more people to come to these events.
Yeah, never pronounced PRZ.
Listen.
Otherwise,
Matt, the wheels are turning. All that the technology is like. No, and then let me see. On Thursdays we see that. Never mind, Matt. Don't worry about it. Okay. Anyway, how do we get more people to come out to Canada to play? How do we get the rest of the world in on this secret, this hidden gem that's not such a secret?
You gotta say no to winter.
And you guys
gotta stop winter.
You guys have a
if you can stop winter, then people will enjoy it more.
Agreed.
No, listen, you guys, listen. I've been there a lot of times. I know you have a very small window as far as the playing things, but just what do we do? I mean, explain how cool MagFed is at PRZ. Flag Raiders is behind the bunker. You guys all know about that behind the bunker that's watching the show. They do Flag Raiders. Dave and Dave and Marie. They've got Commando, and they're just always just putting on amazing stuff there. Maribel, how do we let these people know? Is what's missing? Hello.
Maybe we got to remind people of the exchange rate.
Yeah, the exchange rate is amazing, right?
Because if I was stateside, maybe not here. Yeah, if I lived in Oregon or Buffalo or New York, I'd be traveling up all the time.
Dude,
just the exchange rate alone.
I'm telling you. Elise, what do you say? How do we get more people to go there?
I don't know. We just need more people maybe talking about the different events and sports just to invite them because, some people don't know about the different fields in the areas or what events that they hold. I guess that's why some of our associations have started sort of in their own areas. Like we have the MPPA for the Maritime Provinces to even let our people through each of the provinces know about different events and stuff going on. And we have one for the Ontario section and the PPPA, which is for the prairies, and then one for the BC area. So we can interchange this information and then maybe get it out further to other people.
What happened to Ellie? You're no longer in the green room. Ellie, what are you? All right, never mind. Ellie, come on, man. You're the reason I'm here. Get back in here. All right. Pepper, I'm going to put you down for a second. Okay. That sounds like I'm putting a person's dog. Dog's name is Pepper.
Oh my God. Not Pepper. No.
Now I'm going to bring XPS. Hold on one second, man. I'm sorry. That sounded really bad, but I don't care. Anyway, hey, listen. I agree with what you're saying, XPS, and I'm always saying that as well. That a lot of times in our sport, there are people that have had troubled backgrounds or all that kind of stuff. I think it's everywhere. But do you think that because of okay, here's how I see Canada a lot of times. Wait, I'm gonna look. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm putting him down. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm bringing Pepper back up. Shh, don't tell anybody. All right. He's gonna go. What happened? It was just an icon. Never mind. Anyway, okay. Here's what I see about Canada a lot of times. You have your because it's so big, but you have your Toronto, which is your the biggest area, or the big New York kind of thing. But then you have a lot of in your province. You call them provinces, right? Your villages.
Province.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You are not. How do I say this? You are not shy to drink. I'll put it to you that way. There's you guys. A lot of times, we have the same thing in the Midwest. A lot of times, people when they're very bored, a lot of kids grow up. They have nothing to do, so they drink, they party. They, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it gets them into bad places. Do you think there's a lot of that in Canada because of the winters? We don't really have that in California. We surf.
I don't know. I don't know if you'd blame it because of the winters. I mean, it's just today's society, right? I mean, there's all these criminals out there just trying to promote their drugs and stuff, and drugs get around, and then it influences teenagers that don't have anything to do. And that's the big thing for me. When I started having my big problems was when I broke my femur when I was 14. Before that, I was playing paintball, like as far as I was playing at Orlando paintball down in Orlando. I was playing all over, but then I broke my femur. My mom brought me out of all the sports I was in, right? And I had all this idle time. And you know what they say about idle time, right?
I do.
That's the devil's play toy. And that's just how it is. Drugs are readily available. I mean, in high schools, especially growing up, you could get your hands on whatever you wanted. And so it's so easy to get caught up in the wrong scene. And what we're really trying to do is just promote something that's really fun. Go out into the bush. Go have some fun. Go run around. Like what paintball is it's fun, right? If you're playing paintball, you don't have money and you don't have time to be going and doing that nonsense.
That's fantastic. You know what? I think, I don't know if you've done it already. Have you kind of started maybe like your own group or team or something that you're like?
Yeah, I actually started my own team last year. So I've been paintballing for 15 years. But last year I met a good group of guys who had rough childhoods as well. And they were just so passionate about the sport. So I said, hey guys, if I was to form a team, would you guys back me? And we did it. And like within a year, we were at 10 players. Right now we have 5 guys looking to try out. We've won a couple of like, not actual events, but we won our first big game at Red Dawn in at Flag Raiders there March 1st. And we got our home team, our home field cherry lawn. Like we've done a lot. We got our jerseys. We're well known. We've blown up because the paintball community is so vast here in Ontario. But yeah, I created a team. We called it Night Children because of I kind of explained that already. But I got a whole team going now.
Okay, so do me a favor. Do you guys have a Facebook page and everything?
Well, we have a Facebook page, but it's more of a private group. I have a personal Facebook page, XSPB, and then one of my lieutenants on the team, Zip Tie PB, also has a Facebook page, and we post a lot of stupid shit on that, or stupid stuff on that. Sorry.
No worries. I cuss all the time. But listen, I want to promote you guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to promote what you guys are doing. Matt?
I have to go.
Okay, Matt. All right.
It was a blast. It was nice meeting you all.
Matt,
hey, Matt, it was awesome seeing that gun you made, man. That was pretty cool.
Matt, something.
I look forward to seeing that in real life.
Oh, nice.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Matt, something behind you is smoking. I think it's something, one of your inventions or something. You better check it out behind you. It's like
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
I'm just joking. Bye, Matt. Take care.
Have a good one. Nice meeting you all.
All right, bye.
Take care.
Okay, you guys, listen, we got room from other people. I don't know where you guys are, Canadians, but jump in here.
You should invite that Marky guy in here. That guy goes by the Ultimate Rental. He has like a dead mouse persona. He always has his mask on, and he does some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, that guy Marky, he knows what he's doing.
Or he needs to press the link.
I'll message him right now and tell him to press the link.
Put the link on my page. You guys promoted the link. Come on. Well, we got a new guy. Wait, we got a new guy.
Tell him right now.
I think his name is Eli or Ellie. I'm not sure. Oh, look at that.
Who's Eli? Where did his jersey go?
There you go. All right.
Oh man, it's too warm here these days. Got to go sleeveless, right, XS?
Nice.
Oh yeah, man, it is warm today. I'll tell you that.
So, Sean, let me ask you the same question.
Yeah.
I know you were a troubled child. You used to rob banks. No, I'm just joking.
Ran the
I
Iranian
got
mob.
the look for sure.
You got that right. You got that terrorist look. No, but what do you think? What do you think about what he's saying? Do you think that paintball is like this amazing thing for people to come and get involved with?
For sure. I think when I was in high school, I had a lot of friends that were, like in gangs and fighting and always like doing all kinds of crazy shit and robbing people. And paintball was where I escaped from all of that. It just kind of gave me something to focus on. It gave me a place to release all my aggression, all this kind of energy, and kept me in shape, and also taught me a lot about working with others and how to build that camaraderie with a team and develop all those life skills that otherwise, I might not have been able to learn quite as effectively had I not joined a paintball community. you know. So I think definitely paintball. I think like what you were saying earlier about how we can reach more people. I think one of the first things would be to kind of eliminate the stigma around paintball, that it's a war game, that it's this violent sport, when in reality we don't ever actually touch each other. Like
it's one of the
touch
safest sports, right?
Exactly.
Like there's less injuries in paintball than there is in tennis.
That's it. And we never actually physically touch each other or interact with each other. We shoot at each other. So it's not like our sport even has the tendency to get physical. Like the first physical altercation we've seen this year in NXL was a headbutt, and that's probably as close as it's going to get.
Right.
Because players in our sport understand that there's a code of conduct, and we're playing a sport, we're having fun. At the end of the day, if it becomes physical, you know, we're going too far, and that has to be understood. I feel like if we can eliminate the stigma also behind paintball and kind of educating the masses, educating everyday people that don't know about our sport, I think that's really important to kind of breaking down those barriers to popularizing the sport and making people understand that, hey, there's a lot more to paintball than just this war game or whatever people want to qualify it as.
Pepper, how much do you know about everything happening there on the BC scene with Cass and all that?
Yeah, I was just about to mention that something terrible has happened in the last few days here in BC. There was a girl sitting out in her driveway, a disabled girl, and some punk, I assume some punk, drove by and shot her with a paintball.
No.
Of course, it wasn't a paintball player. We all know that here. So a guy out here, Cass Leon, who runs this thing called Play It Forward Paintball, you know, one of those organizations collects gears to donate to new players. He jumped on this news story and contacted a few other guys like Blackwatch here and stuff, and it's kind of started this donations where everybody can basically donate for this family. So I think it was Chedwick from Blackwatch or Cass, one of those guys actually contacted the family, you know, to say, hey, you know, this is not us. This doesn't represent us.
Yeah.
Our actions will represent us. And I think it's kind of creeping across the nation right now, going across Canada.
Do you have a GoFundMe or something I can pop up?
I'll put a link in our comments here.
Yeah, sure. I think I saw the Facebook post going around about that event when the girl got shot in the face, right? That went right across Facebook. Yep. I had that over here in Ontario on my Facebook, so I heard about that too.
There's also another situation that happened today in the States. Some young guys were driving around in a vehicle and shot some people, some innocent bystanders. Some guy almost lost his eye, got shot right in the face.
No.
Like, this is the kind of stuff that really makes our sport look bad.
Yeah, it does.
And it ruins it for all of us who really love and cherish our sport, you know?
Yeah.
And
the worst part is those aren't paintballers.
No, they're not.
No, there's all those gang wars going. There's all those gang wars going on with paintball guns in Detroit right now.
I mean, to be honest, I rather see them do that than mess around with real guns. I'll say that. But not being in a closed environment, in a safe environment, not wearing masks, I just think it's careless, and it makes our sport look careless. It makes anyone who owns a marker look careless. It makes there's so many aspects to how it affects all of us as a community when we have these bad apples that do these things. So it's like.
So then a question for Reaper is, how would we separate ourselves from these people who are playing paintball in wrong manners and unsafe environments? How do we separate ourselves and promote the sport here in Canada to make it more friendly for newcomers? Because that's the hardest thing, is getting new people to hit the field.
Okay, so we've had this this conversation a million times before, especially like last year, Vice did a thing about the Detroit Wars, they were calling it, where, you know, Vice magazine basically said that, hey, you know, this is going on. And then the gangsters were saying, well, we're not shooting each other with bullets, we're doing this. Okay, yeah, I got all that kind of stuff. But again, people get shot, or people like this kid you were talking about that got shot in the driveway, or 2 years ago, a friend of ours got shot in the eye and lost his eye. So yeah, I understand all that kind of stuff. But But I think what happens is it has to be from either our social media or wherever they purchase the guns. Now, I don't know if there has to. I mean, even like online. Listen, there are gun laws here. I think there's obviously registration. You have to a certain amount of time before you can do it. You can own it, that kind of thing. I don't say the same thing about paintball because I'm saying there's so many to register kind of thing. But I really think I really would recommend some kind of course that people should take. You know what I'm saying? And or if they buy it at a whatever your sporting goods store is up there or whatever down here, that maybe they're
Canadian Tire dollars.
Okay,
Canadian Tire, but a lot of us still order from A&S, right? Because I mean, there are a lot of companies here in Canada, but A&S is your big.
Here's where I think where the big disconnect comes in, is that every place that sells a gun or every place that get it, they should be a free pass for a park in that person's area. Do you know what I'm saying? So like if Canadian Tire, right, and I'm in Ottawa and I purchase a gun, inside there's something for David Marie's place or something like that. It's going to give the kid maybe a second to think about it. Oh, maybe I can go to a park and play, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. That's how I think. I think there's a big disconnect. So if anybody's listening out there, I think that's what we actually really need to do is to get these.
That's a wicked idea.
Try and connect the places that are selling the merchandise to actual fields.
There you go. Exactly. And then, and also online, the same thing too, where like if they buy something online, not used, but from a A&S gear or Badlands or GI Sports, wherever they buy it from, that they're given a pass to go to a location. So the parents will go, the kid's probably more or less likely to go shoot his neighbors if he's like going to get our sport the right way and get that drug in him and go, I got this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're so right, because that's the only place where you're going to learn proper etiquette is if you hit a field. They're going to remind you about the barrel bag. They're going to remind you about that stuff, mask on when you hit the field. And you're not going to learn that unless you hit a field. That's the way it is right now. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All right. So let's get this going, you guys. You guys watching the show, GI and everybody else, let's start getting passes in these kids' hands and getting them to the parks. And also the parks do the reverse. Parks start heating up all these maybe stores and say, hey, we'd love to give passes to our place for all your new players to buy guns.
I think another thing that could be really useful, since we're all over Canada, we're all spread out, is maybe each of us reaching out to our individual provinces or the people who are in charge and seeing if there's any way that they can maybe find ways to promote the sport in a better light and explain that it's not a war game, present it to them in a better light. Finding ways to, maybe in the news, using local media news outlets and trying to promote the sport that way.
Right.
I think,
local
newspapers, TV stations, just invite them out to a local field, let them see what it is, let them get a good understanding and grasp of the sport itself, and maybe in turn them promoting it will help our sport as well move forward in a better light,
Hey, Shaw, did you see the CBC article that aired over the winter?
No.
Player from Newfoundland. He plays with the Trolls paintball team out at Frontline. He's
I'd love to see that.
A reporter for CBC News. And he brought the whole newscast out for a day of play.
Nice.
And they had so much fun. He wrote an article on it.
Nice.
And it got published over the winter.
You guys,
That's
listen.
awesome.
It's a really good one. I read it.
Elise, go ahead.
No, I just said it was a very good article. I remember reading it when it came out.
I'd love to read it if you can hook me up with it. I'd love to check it out.
Yeah, I'll find that.
Awesome.
I've been in a lot of news outside of our sport. I was on Fox News in Dallas, Texas. They did a thing about this charity thing I was doing. I've been in Vice in Germany. They did a whole thing about me when I was in Germany and stuff like that. But I'm finding a lot of times what happens is a lot of times they're biased. They want to sell their articles. They want to sell whatever they're doing. So the sensationalism. And they're like, paintball, guns, shooting, killing, like that. Like they're not doing us any justice. So even if we do get in these press, in this, outside of paintball type of thing, a lot of times they're like, this is not going to sell. We got to make it look dangerous and that kind of stuff. And so,
well, I think I think there is a part of the sport that's extreme. Like it's not a normal sport like golf or baseball. There is a bit of extremeness to the sport. I mean, you're firing paintballs at each other, but that's what makes it different and fun. That's what gives you
Right.
that exhilaration and adrenaline, right?
Right, exactly. Can we all ask Wolf why he's watching but not on the show? I don't get this. Wolf,
Why are you not on the show, Wolf?
yeah, Joe, yeah,
Come on, Wolf.
you, all right. So speaking of Wolf, ooh, no, I'm just joking. No, here's the deal, you guys. When I first started getting involved in the sport, and I started like looking at like different media and that kind of stuff, I started seeing all these paintball celebrities, right? And I started going. It was like Alabaster, it was like Aztec, it was Wolf, and I'm like, where are these guys from? What? Toronto? What? How is it? Is there like something in the water? What's going on with this?
Yeah,
this
it's actually a gravitational pull. The rest of Canada rotates around Toronto.
Oh, I got it.
Get out of here, Eli. Oh man.
Here's the
Oh,
thing.
I'm kidding. I
man.
love all my friends from Toronto. They're right there.
I will debate though. I do feel that Montreal is more of the New York of Canada. If I had to, just
Oh,
if
yeah.
I had, because
For
like
sure.
I feel like Toronto is more spread out. Montreal is more like compact. You get more of like a New York feel in Montreal. It's
Okay.
like Montreal, but it's way slower. Like the pace of life in New York is so fast.
Right.
Like every time I go to New York, I feel like I'm moving 1,000 miles a minute. But
Right.
when I'm in Montreal, I feel like everything is moving like at a snail's pace. So
All right.
Last
So-
time-
Yeah, it's
last
got
time
that
I was down
European
the States,
slowdown.
People
Okay.
were saying that Toronto is like the future city. That's what people were saying to me down in the States.
So you guys listen, I got all that. Hang on one second. Let me finish my thought over here. You Canadians are usually not, except for the rare breed that comes down to America, which is everybody. Let me see, Alex Trebek, Justin Bieber, Martin Short, John Candy. I'm sorry, did I? Yeah, just to name a
Drake.
few. Drake.
Drake.
Actually, I know,
Yeah.
I've been by Drake's house. I know where he lives. My daughter does horseback stuff, and his house is right next door. Anyway,
oh,
so
crazy.
But for me, the Canadians have always been kind of like not really want to be in the limelight kind of thing. They're kind of like when they do a show, like usually a paintball show, they'll do a bunch of guys together. They won't just do one individual person. Like when that stuff. So I've
That's
always
why I
thought-
brought in all these friends.
exactly. That's why I've always thought it was fascinating that these people that are in the limelight, excuse me, which is Wolf or Alabaster or Aztec, they're Canadians, but yet they're celebrities, which is, sometimes it's an unusual thing with you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys are usually kind of really humble and like, hey, we don't want to talk about ourselves. But then the three major celebrities came out of Canada. So I don't know. So maybe there's something that you guys are not telling me. I don't know, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of
We're just really likable people. That's why we're popular.
okay, I got it. I just think that there's what's it called? This humbleness that I really have fallen in love with. Actually, do you guys even know Alabaster? Do you guys know
I've been watching Alabaster Slim's videos. I saw him wipe the spawn and he hit Hedgehog right before Hedgehog got him with the knife in that one video. That was a nice video I saw.
So I'm friends with him, and I don't know if you guys know, he's a nuclear physicist. He's actually a really intelligent guy, right? And he just started producing these videos just for fun, and then he became what he is. But he didn't want to be. It was just happened, and the people anointed him, and he was that kind of thing. So he still has that humble kind of thing. It's just amazing to me that these amazing people that actually are really great about promoting our sport came out of like this one little area kind of thing. Like they say about the New York bagels, it's the water kind of thing. I don't think that's true, but anyway.
Well, you know what? There's so much paintball going in Toronto. There's so much fun being had. When I was talking to Greg Hastings about building my team and how to promote ourselves in the right direction, the thing that he was encouraging the most is be seen having fun.
Yes.
If you're having fun, people are going to gravitate towards you.
Yes.
And I think that's what these paintballers have done, is they're just
Right.
going out and having fun. And that's what's made it so attractive for everybody.
You know what? I think you've hit upon something, because I get asked it all the time. Like they go, what's the matrix for becoming a celebrity, Reaper? Like I want to be like you. And I go, well, if you look at my numbers, this is going to blow you away. But I have the lowest numbers ever. I don't ask anybody to like or subscribe. I don't ask anybody to follow me. I don't ask any of that kind of shit, right? And so my numbers are
But
really
if you're here,
low.
like or subscribe.
Yes, I just subliminal. I just did it subliminally, right? But if you look at where I am in the sport, what I do versus my numbers, it doesn't match. Do you know what I'm saying? This doesn't mean okay. Again, because I'm going with XPS's and Greg's philosophy, which is what? I'm just trying to have a great time. I'm just out there having an amazing time, and I got very lucky in all the stuff that I'm doing. And maybe for the rest of you guys watching, if you're thinking about like creating a something and want to be something, take that for your advice. It's going to happen if it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? If you're really pushing hard to become a celebrity or whatever else, and you're trying to get 1 million likes and 1 million subscribes, and then you get pissed off because your algorithm broke, you're burning yourself out.
You've lost your sight, right?
You lost what you're doing. Just go and have a great time. Just enjoy this fucking sport. This is amazing.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Yep.
Ellie, listen. Ellie's my linchpin. Ellie, hold on one second. I'm gonna put you back down, and I'm gonna bring in. It looks like I think this guy works for a hotel. Hang on a second. 1 second here. Let me see. I think I saw him at a hotel. He was like a cardboard cutout or something. Hang on a second.
Absolutely.
Hey, Brad.
I'm in all of the. I'm in all, what are they? The Wyndham hotels.
The Wyndham
yeah.
Hotels. I would do that all the time. Every time we go to a hotel in Canada and he was there, I'd get a picture with him and his doppelganger, and we'd like get a picture together with I think he's called Mr. He's Mr. Obvious or Captain Obvious or something like that. I think that's what his name is in the thing.
Something like that. Something like that.
Tell everybody who you are.
So, I'm completely caught off guard. My name is Brad Odell. I host the Maritime Paintball Podcast. I've been on the microphone for 5, almost 6 years now.
I think so. I think I started 2014, and I think you'd already been around. I think you had been 5 or 6 shows.
Just barely. I think
barely.
you and I started the same year.
And then you would jump onto my show and make my show official. And then we're kind of hanging out. Right. But you know what I said to him? I actually said to the audience right now is that for me, Canadians kind of always do things in pairs or packs, or they don't want to be like no one wants to be. And when you started your show, you kind of had a bunch of guys on it, right?
Yeah, there was 4 of us.
Okay. Did you do that because you felt comfortable more having if I fail, we're all going to fail together? I mean, what's the deal?
I'm taking them with me. No, it was mostly just there was a bunch of us that just talked all the time online about paintball, and I was like, I got to do something. I want to make content of some kind. And a buddy of mine's like, make a podcast. And I thought, well, all right, let's do it. So they jumped in and helped me out. And now unfortunately life's gotten in the way, and I've sort of gone solo a bit, but
right. But it's good. And you guys, if you don't know his show, it's the Maritime Milsim Paintball, right? Did I do that right?
Maritime Paintball Podcast. You
the Milsim part.
I have the same problem with
Steve.
You know Steve McGuire, right? I have the same problem with his podcast. It's the unknown paintball. Yeah. I'm like, I give up. It's unknown. That's why it's unknown. I give up. I just it's the unknown paintball podcast, whatever else. But yeah, you guys again with the paintball scene in Canada are killing it with podcasts, with promotions, with social media, with your celebrity. I'm telling you guys are a hotbed of paintball.
It's weird. I don't know why. You'd think there'd be more content creators coming out of the United States, seeing as how the paintball scene is 10 times bigger there. But they all seem to be very localized in Canada. I don't know why, but
I do. I think it's called Mother Nature, and I think what happens is you guys have a lot of time in your hands, and that might be it. But again, listen, that's not going to change your entrepreneurial spirit. You guys have something special in you that you want to reach out, or I don't know what it is, but you just it's amazing.
You know how we say A all the time? It's an inclusive thing. We like everybody to be included.
Exactly.
It's exactly. You know what I mean, eh?
I like it. So listen, Bradley, you're doing a different kind of show. You're doing what? Are you guys using? It's not StreamYard, but you're using something else. You were trying to get me involved, or did you go to StreamYard?
No, I'm looking at StreamYard, but the software I use doesn't cost me any money. But you need the difference though is the software I use is called OBS, and you need a decent machine to be able to run it properly. Where this seems to be very you can run it from a phone. Yo,
this is amazing, dude. Listen, I'll give you my code. I'll give you my code so I get my money. No, there's a discount or something like that. Let me know before you buy it. You can actually try it for free. So it's a really great, great platform.
I might look into it.
Okay, cool. And so, but no, you've got it set up properly though. You've got all that sound studio. What's all that acoustic stuff in the background?
Yeah,
Yeah,
acoustic foam, backlight. Actually, I've got. Hold on, let me see if I can. Come on. There it goes. Party time.
Fancy. Ooh.
Party time. Excellent. Facebook. Right.
Yeah, I've got the lights. I've got the 2 lights here. I've got the microphone, and then I'll see if I can bring this into frame a little bit, but it's not gonna work.
Okay,
There's
so when are you
full
on?
audio adapter.
When are you on so the people can find you?
Every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Cool. Not like me. I'm doing like, I'm stepping on everybody's toes. I'm doing like 18 shows a day, but I don't know.
You know
There's
what
a
though? I think it works though, man. You're catching everybody when they're available, whereas I make everyone bend to my will. So
right. You're like network TV. You're like must-see
Yeah.
TV where they have to
yeah,
come
I'm
home
like,
at a
look, you
certain
want to
time.
be on my show, you got to do
Exactly.
what I say.
Yeah.
And then
No, I agree. Listen, I'm trying to do this community thing where I've got like all the community involved and I'm actually doing it around their time. So like this Canadian show, I asked Ellie, throw a time out there what you guys can do best and let's just do this because I'm an essential worker, but we have a lot of time. And I think there's a lot of things I want to talk about, whether it's the like the kids, the autism, whether the cooking, whatever else. And I'm basing it around everybody's time. So I basically make somebody like Ellie, my show producer, and say, run with the ball and let's make this work. So
He did a good job contacting a lot of people. I mean, I was notified like that. So
yeah,
Yep.
It seems to me he only contacted his friends because he kicked a lot of people out. So I'm just joking.
well, hey, I think he helped get from East Coast to West Coast, which is pretty good too.
He did. You know what?
That's important because Canada's so big, right?
I was, you know what? I really thought this was going to be like East Coast dominated. And I was like, come on, West Coast, what's going on? And all of a sudden, dude, he knocked it out of the park. He went from BC to kissing the fish, right? This is amazing. He went to both sides, right? But so Bradley though, he came out the first time from
New
the
Brunswick?
Maritimes, the Kiss Fishers. He came all the way out with a bunch of guys to D-Day to meet me, to hang out, to play. It was like 12 hours, 15
give or
hours.
take. Yeah, it's like 12-hour drive. Give or
So
take. Depends
this
if you
is
hit a
amazing.
raccoon or not.
I mean, this is amazing. You guys can do that kind. You guys just like jump in the van, just do it, and just have an amazing time. So
Yeah,
thank you very much again.
no problem.
You're cool. Okay, so Canadians, did we miss anything? Did we leave anything out? Did I drop the ball on anything? Is there like, I mean, we talked about drugs, homeless. We talked about fishing, fishes. We talked about, we talked about everything Canada. Well, Santa Claus, we mentioned Santa Claus, mooses, Eskimos, maple syrup, the
Jeez, I missed a party.
XPL.
Snowshoeing. You missed snowshoeing.
What?
Snowshoeing. I mean,
What is
if you
that?
want to be, you don't know what snowshoes are.
No, I didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was like curling, where like it was something special, right?
David, next
No,
time you come to
they're these-
Canada, we're going snowshoeing. It's just
Hang
There
on a
you
second.
go.
Snow
Does he come to Canada in the winter though?
You put on
Yeah.
your feet and you go in the snow, right? Is that what a snowshoe is?
Yes, exactly.
How hard is it? Can you make a better name for it? What do you mean? No, I'm
They're
serious.
pretty fancy looking shoes. They're like
They are.
how big would
Too
you even say? They're like 2 feet long and they're like a mesh net.
Wait a minute. That's where you take those shoes and you put a tennis racket on them? I've seen that.
Those are the old-fashioned
You got it. You got it.
I've seen that, you Canadians. You're so funny. Yeah, with your curling and your curling and your curling and your, yeah, exactly.
Sweep.
Wait, exactly. Bacon poutine,
hard.
syrup, because he's Quebecois. Syrup and beer, right? All right,
Yeah.
cool. And then Wolf says, "Did you talk about bringing your markers over the border?" Actually, I have no problem with that. When I bring my markers over the border, coming my way from you guys to go to Canada, I have no problems with that.
What about
I've
other
done
way?
that. I do it less now for the weight situation and actually have just GI bring my markers to the events. But yeah, you can do that. There's no problems. But listen, I always do this, you guys. If Americans, if you're going to go in, when you're on the plane and you have to fill out that paperwork and it says, "Are you carrying any firearms?" I always say yes. So I always, that way there's no mistake. They will search me and they'll say, okay, these are not really firearms. I always do that kind of thing. So I don't know. And that's flying. Driving, I've never driven across the border. So I don't know if if there's an issue with that. Do you guys have an issue? Have you guys come across our border?
I've gone to California and North Carolina, and I've run into issues on both times, but different issues. It basically boils down to whoever's working security at that moment, whether they're aware of paintball gear or not.
Got it.
I had one issue where, and I couldn't believe it. My buddy Blake's gear, his MagFed gear, so his Milsig stuff, goes through the X-ray machine. The guy looks at it and goes, "Yep, you're good."
Ha!
I said, "Sweet."
Oh.
I throw my gear on, and he looks at mine. And he goes, "What is this?" And he strips my gear apart.
No.
And he's like, he goes, "This is a real gun." I said, "No, it's not." Like,
But he let your buddy's MagFed gear go
but
through.
the Milsig went through fine. And then he goes, "Where's the bullets?" I said, "There's no bullets. It doesn't use bullets." He's like, "Well, why is there a
Use
spring?"
balls.
I'm like, "It's a spring. It's a magazine." Oh my god! Like, anyways, he called his supervisor, and the supervisor's like, "It's paintball gear. Let the guy go."
Yo,
Thank you.
lucky for you, right?
Yeah. I've had times, and then another time I went and they wouldn't let me on the plane unless I signed a piece of paperwork stating that I was transporting a firearm. And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll do it." I said, "What do you want me to do with the serial number? It doesn't have one." And they go, "Oh, we'll just cross it out." I'm like, "Well, okay." And then I said, it said for ammunition. And I said, "Well, I'm not." I said, "I have first strike rounds," and they're like, "Well, they're ammunition." I'm like, "But they're not." And they're like, "Well, just cross that out." And I'm like, "Okay." So I've crossed out like 90% of this form and then signed it and then paid $50 and they let me on the plane. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh, that's so stupid.
It's a cash grab.
It's so weird.
Totally
It's
cash
basically
grab.
it's whoever's running the counter doesn't quite know what's going on, and it's funny that way. So it's a shot in the dark, man. But fly WestJet. If you fly WestJet from Canada to the United States, I there's no issue. It's every time I've flown Air Canada, they've given me a hard time.
All right, I got it.
Yeah.
WestJet for the win.
All right, you guys, listen. Ellie, what do you say, man? Do we cover all the bases?
Yeah, I think so. A little shameless promotion. Favorite fields, everyone?
Yes, everybody, listen, you guys.
Oh,
We're
don't
gonna
make
do
me
this-
pick,
wait,
bro.
Hang on a second. Wait, I saw this cool thing. Look at that. Hey,
Hey, look at that.
That's
Whoop, whoop.
nice.
that's cool.
Nice.
Is that cool? All right, let's do it. Let's do this park first. Ready? This is shameless plugs to all the parks that you guys can think about or want to say, but I'm making my own shameless plugs too. So let's do this one first. Where's that? That's Flag Raiders.
Flag Raiders paintball.
Yay, Flag Raiders
Nice.
paintball behind the bunker. Joe Gibson. I love Joe. Joe loves oatmeal. Yes. Okay.
Joe loves oatmeal. Fact of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Fact of the
One
day.
more. Let me do. I got
Joe
another one.
loves oatmeal.
We're doing Commando D-Day 30th anniversary. They are I'll be able to see them at Maribel, and you guys, they're not just for paintball anymore. You can do mud runs. You can actually walk through the park during the COVID and actually get some fresh air out there. Maribel, hello Maribel.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Maribel. I love
Home
the
field.
corn. I love them. So we're gonna going to Maribel in August, and then we have this one, Excalibur Paintball. They're in Alberta. This is Mitzi's field in Alberta. Hey Mitzi, yeah, you guys go check out all these things. Okay, wait, and I'm sorry. And then we got my game, the big game coming up at Maribel. That's the Tippmann Challenge, in August 6th, 7th, and 8th. You guys go check that out. All right, I've done my shameless plugs. Shah, your turn.
Shameless plug. Playing for a new team this year called Montreal Machine. If we're actually going to get to play after all this COVID stuff, just check that out. Our sponsors, Impact Pro Shop, Maribel Paintball, Virtue Paintball, Primal Headgear. So shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to all the players, teammates, and shout out to GI Sports as well for the great paint. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I'm glad you put that at the end. Like, and GI, yeah, thanks, yeah, good job. All right, good job, yeah, and GI. All right, Elisa Carr.
My home field is Seabreeze Paintball. Sadly, though, they're actually no longer going to be a thing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, where is this located?
It was just in Lawrencetown, Nova Scotia, but my other field, probably one I'm going to be playing at more often, is Hypersports, which the CMC was supposed to be held at this spring, but sadly got canceled.
Okay. Okay. Bradley, do you know Elisa Carr?
I do. She takes photos at my MegFed event.
So you're a photographer?
A little bit, yeah.
Dude, you know we're doing a photographer show, right?
I didn't.
We're doing a paintball photographer show, and I'm promoting all the paintball photographers. Hit me up after the show in my PM so I can put you on the list, okay?
I have someone for you too, David.
Slide into them
Someone
DMs
from
there, Elise.
someone from
Nice.
Quebec. Her name
Oh,
is
dude.
TML Media. I don't know if you guys have seen.
I know her. Actually, can you do me a favor and hit me up with her, please, because I want to get.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right, cool.
she's amazing. She takes amazing pictures. You guys will love them.
Elise, when you take a picture, does it say the cow said? Mm,
No,
you use a real camera? All right, cool.
I'm using a real camera.
All right. So yeah, hit me up. I want to see your pictures, and I want you to get involved in our show. Okay.
Sure. Will
Great.
do.
Okay. Yeah. Shaw, thank you very much again for that. That's cool. Thanks again for that.
Cheers,
okay.
guys. Nice meeting everyone.
No, don't run off. Hey,
Okay.
Don't you move.
we're not done. Pepper, what do you got?
I want to give a shout out to my Hellfire homies in the Church of the Splatter-Day Saints. What's up, boys? And if you're in BC,
That's
check
cool.
out TNT Paintball, Midway Paintball, and Central Island Paintball on the island. If you're on the mainland, we got Ambush and Blackwatch, Google and Pepper Paintball, y'all.
Dude, you know what? You just gave me chills when you said their name. Ooh, that's a bingo.
That's a bingo.
Really good name.
That's it. Dude, say it again. What is it? Splatter of the Church of what?
Oh man, we preach every Sunday. I run with this team called Hellfire, and I always gave a sermon. And then one day I just changed it into the Church of the Splatter-Day Saints because
That's awesome.
and preach the
Dude,
pew.
is that awesome or what? Dude,
I love it.
you hit me up after the show so I can promote you guys, okay?
Well, dude,
Where-
man.
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Toronto, actually.
No,
But
where
I've
did
been
you?
out here in Nanaimo on Vancouver Island about
Dude,
14 years now.
Dude, look at this. Listen to this guy's accent, right? You sound like you're from Ireland or something like that. What
Really?
the?
No.
You're amazing.
It sounds
All right.
more like an East Coast Newfoundlander accent to me.
Really?
Oh, I got the Newfie Kavorka, man. Everywhere I go, the Newfies end up being my best friends.
Nice. Nice.
We're
Okay.
everyone's friends.
All right. Shameless plug, Bradley.
Shameless plug. Let's do Meg Hill Paintball here in Moncton, New Brunswick. They are great field, fantastic field. They've got buildings, they've got airplanes, they got trains, and then they also host my Canadian MegFed competition for me, or at least give me the field, and then let me play on their field.
Blake Arison Grisman, you should get on this show for BC Media. Yeah, Blake, we're doing a show about paintball photographers. I can't say your last name. Gushman. Gushman?
He's from Matt Drake. Does good stuff.
All right. So listen, get him connected with us, please, so we can put him on the list. All right, cool. And then wait, what did you say about when's your podcast? Tuesdays, 8:30 Central. No, Pacific, Eastern. What is it?
You get there eventually. 7:30 Eastern.
I'm running out of time zones. Exactly.
Just go from left to right. You'll get to the time zone eventually.
All right. Just go check out Maritime Milson podcast, and you'll see him, right?
Maritime Paintball Podcast.
There we
Changed
go.
it? You changed
There
it?
you go.
Dude, I didn't get the memo. I'm sorry. Okay. Just go check out what it says underneath his name, and you'll exactly. I got it.
Oh God.
Ellie, what's your shameless plug?
All right. I'm gonna go for Alley Cat, photographer here in Ontario. She plays out of North Bay.
She
and
was popping
Sudbury.
up. She was popping up in the green room, and she kept on disappearing.
Yeah, she was supposed to be on the chat, but she was having connection problems. So
Okay, listen,
that's gonna be my
Have her
shameless
connect
plug.
with me, no problem. Have her connect with me so we can get her on the paintball, the photographer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm just enthusiastic. Go ahead.
No.
No.
That's my big shameless plug right now.
No. What
Also,
about the
huge
park?
shout
The
out.
park, something, or your team, or something, or your hair cutter. I don't. Whatever.
No hair cutters these days.
Okay. No. Are you on a team?
No, I always roll solo. I like jumping around and getting to meet everyone.
Nice.
That's why earlier I said like I don't really have a home field.
Yeah.
I try and make it out to all kinds of different fields.
Okay. Cool.
And just free roll.
I like it.
Eli has started proper like paintball associations across like this country actually, and he's not plugging himself right now, but I really think he should be.
don't know.
I'm part of the BCPPA because of this guy.
listen, fucking Canadians,
easy,
right?
Pepper.
Again,
Thank you.
I'm so humble. I don't want to talk about myself. That's what the show's about. That's why I want you on the show so we can promote paintball.
Dude, it took
in
me 3
Canada.
years to stop being so modest.
All right. Okay. So listen, Ellie. No, if Ellie's not going to talk about it, Pepper, go for it.
Eli.
Whatever.
But basically, yeah, he's just basically a forum online. I'm gonna totally bastardize this. Eli should be saying it, but basically creating like proper paintball associations so we can make this more of a legitimate competitive sport. All around scenario, bush ball, everything, but more so on the speedball thing. If you want this to be a legitimate divisional type thing, we need these proper associations. There has been a few out there, mainly, field owners, and now there's player associations. These little ragtag groups, but Eli's kind of unified it and made it like a across the board thing. Let's all have a certain standard, a certain format. Let's have BC guys, Alberta guys, Saskatchewan, every province represented. Players association that can link up with, field owners and that kind of thing. So far, so good. Like I say, I think the main idea is to legitimize it. If you want to have regional and divisional competition, we need a standardized format. This is the beginnings of that, I think.
Okay.
All right, fine. I'll shameless on that one.
All right.
So you had Mats on the other day for one of your guests, field owner, down stateside, originally from Sweden.
Right.
He's in one of the groups that I run on the online side of things. That's the Paintball Field Owners and Staff Association. It's like I think we're around 310 members right now, give or take. All field owners, managers, kind of working together, coordinating, sharing best practices, and listening to the guys who have the voices from the players like Pepper and Elise.
You guys are amazing. Listen, I'm not finding that news story you were telling me about the girl and the GoFundMe. You guys have a link?
Yeah, so I'll get links for Cass
Yeah.
and that one. And I'll get links for that CBC article for you there, Shaw.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. I'd love to see that.
I'm not.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it? Oh yeah, I got it. I found it. Okay, cool. Hang on a second. It's in some kind of small little newspaper. I finally find something. Hang on a second. It's called Coast Mountain News. Abbotsford woman with special needs, and now it's not coming in. Right. The only newspaper I click on on the internet, it doesn't come in. Abbotsford, woman shot with paintball. Where's that's the woman's suffered. I am struck by, dude. All right, I can't find anything. So please.
That's where it was, Abbotsford. We'll send you links. Eli's got a link.
Send me a link because I wanna promote this thing. Okay, cool. All right, you guys, listen. Let me bring in our trouble child. What's his name? Hang on a second. Ellie, hold on one second. I'm gonna you down. Hold on a second. We're gonna bring in our trouble child. Hey, trouble child.
I'm the trouble child. All right.
Trouble child. All right. So let me see this. Shameless plug. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna do a shout out to my team, Night Children Paintball. What we're doing is amazing. We're really influencing kids to come out and hit the field, and building the sport. Getting the youth to come out because they're the next generation. And I want to do another shameless plug shout out for Cherry Lawn Paintball Challenge. Family run field, so friendly. They don't allow an over amount of cursing or anything. They keep it friendly for the kids, new folks. It's cheap paintball, very fun. Come check it out.
Okay, we are. Listen, I'm not the only one. Look at that. Look what it says in the comment, dude. You know what you look like? You look like a Quint from Jaws. Like you should be on a boat or something, hunting sharks or something like that. You were like, you're funny.
Pretty good shot on the water, actually.
Dude, look at this. Look at this. He's making this up. He's like first generation Irish. Probably has a kilt. Do you ever wear a kilt?
Once, actually, only once, and it was at the
I love my kilt. Ryan Harris calls it my skirt. Yes, thank you very much, Ryan Harris. Anyway, wait, we got something. We got it. Hang on a second. Here we go. There we go. All right. Alyssa Sue Jones to the rescue. Thank you very much. Okay, you guys, I don't know if you can, maybe you can copy and paste this thing. I don't know if I can do it in my chat thing. I can't do it on mine. So, but if you guys maybe copy and paste this, you can get this out.
That's just the news article. Eli will post a link where you can donate.
Right. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so Eli, I can see you in the green room. Thank you. It says Ryan says I'll just put this up here. Look at Ryan says I look very pretty in my skirt. Thank you very much, Ryan. Yes. Nice. Okay, so you guys listen. We feel you can never cover all the bases. We didn't get to talk about the different kind of poutine, or we didn't get to talk about the different thicknesses of maple syrup, or if you like
pork poutine, buddy. If you're looking for a new pork poutine, pulled pork poutine.
I mean, you know what? I like the sweet potato poutines. You know what I'm saying? Those are the great ones. I like that.
Pretty good.
And it's got to be, the gravy's got to be good. The curds have to be squishy. You know, the squeaky kind of curds. I'm in.
Yeah.
I love you guys. I'm in. Okay, you guys, listen. So if you felt we've covered everything, I think that you guys knocked it out of the park. And really, what I'm trying to do is get the rest of the world to know about Canadian paintball. The rest of the world. I'm talking about the lower 48. Lower 48. I want Americans to go there and to hang out with you guys and play and see what it's like. And just again, how good the dollar is. I mean, our dollars are amazing over there. Just go have a great time.
Yeah, you can play pretty cheap at my field. $10 for your day and bring your own paint.
Exactly.
Bring your own paint.
Jesus Christ! You better
buy
hurry.
more paint.
That field's not going to be in business much longer. You guys better hurry. That one's going to be out of business, like Elise's field over there. So anyway,
it's good for Americans that could buy more paint from us too when they come out.
There
Your
you
one
go.
case is worth a case and a half at least.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
One
Well,
thing, Reaper.
What's that?
I just have one thing to add before everyone gets off. Because of the whole thing that's going on, which you will, not allow me to say, most fields are closed because of all of this. But we are trying to organize a Jersey Day for going across Canada. It's been mentioned in some of the official Facebook groups of like the MPPA, the AP, all those different letters that I can't remember.
All those PPAs.
All the PPAs.
Right.
Sunday, May 24th, we encourage all players to wear their gear, whether it's their speedball gear, their MagFed gear, to do whatever they do on Sundays. So you're going to be folding laundry on Sunday, throw your mask on, your jersey, and go out and fold your laundry. We, keep in mind of your area's restrictions, and, you don't want to scare people going out in full tactical gear, but to support one another, take a picture of yourself and hashtag one of the areas that are local to it. And there was a bunch of hashtags that they had set up for this that I don't remember because I don't hashtag.
Okay, so do me a favor. Tag me. Just tag my name in the thing, in the article, so I can help you promote it, okay?
Will do.
Okay. We also have Covey Phillips. He's asking about this. I don't know anything about what you guys are talking about. Did you discuss the legislation?
I'm not sure what he's talking about because I know. So our prime minister released or put down basically a legislation banning something like 1,500 assault-style rifles. That's the only thing I could think of. But it, as far as I understood, that legislation had almost no impact, if no impact, on the paintball communities because it was a very.
I haven't heard anything.
It was a very clear list. Like you can see the list. It shows you like the manufacturer and the model number of every rifle that has been banned.
Got
so
it.
I don't think it's impacted paintball at all.
It hasn't.
I think
I
there
don't
was
think it
worry
has.
that there was one airsoft rifle that was on there, and I know there was talk that that it was
Airsoft
going-
rifles are a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, some airsoft and a few other pieces got hit in the ban. Didn't know if there was any impact on paintball and tactical equipment. Absolutely not. There's no impact on the paintball world at all. Airsoft, yeah, probably because their shit is 1-to-1, but
All right.
I don't think anyone needs to worry.
We have another French speaker, Quebecois, and he's saying tabarnak. I don't know if you guys know, some people know what that is. And actually, the first time I learned about that was from Bradley. And he says, there's like 5 really bad words, the chalice, tabarnak. It all has to do with the church. I go, none of this doesn't sound bad. He goes, say it to a Quebecois and you'll see what I'm talking about. The Quebecois like to poke at me now.
Calice tabarnak.
Yes,
Calice.
Calice
tabarnak.
tabarnak.
I love
Or
it.
if you want to be
I love
PG,
you guys.
it's tabernouche.
All right. Okay, you
That's
guys,
all I
listen. We're going to close up the shop. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Ellie, don't take off. You're in the green room. We got all you guys here. Don't take off. You guys stay here. Let me close out the show, and then we'll come back and chat. All right? So let me say that I hope you guys had an amazing time. I did. I always have a great time with my Canadian friends.
Thank
and
you.
Go.
Thanks,
welcome.
Reaper.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much for
having
having
fun.
us. Yeah.
Welcome.
This is
You're
fun.
welcome, and listen, you guys, go play in Canada. Go play paintball, whatever. Just go have a great time, and forget about this divisiveness. Don't, you know what? Exactly what Eli's doing about getting everybody together. It's the same thing on our sport. You know what I'm saying? You know, these haters or whatever, forget about that kind of stuff. We're all here to have a great time. We're not here to talk about race, religion, politics, Canadian Tire dollars. We're not here to do any of that kind of stuff except play paintball. So just have a, be true.
And hit us up if you're in our town. Hit us up. Come play with us.
There you go. Yeah, because Shaw's bored. He needs someone to play with him. So all right, poor lonely guy. All right, you guys. I'll shoot you soon.